If you clicked on this video, you most likely had this happen to you.
I didn't get in.
Or this.
Drop another 20 questions again, drop another. You have 3.
I know.
Or maybe even a lot of this.
Got waitlisted. I got waitlisted. I was waitlisted.
I want to say sorry. I know how it feels to be rejected from your dream school, and it's not a fun feeling. No one wants to go through rejection. If you were anything like me, you were probably mad, upset, or even frustrated that everything that you thought you worked towards didn't work out. Allow yourself to feel these emotions. This might be a nerve-wracking time because you don't know where you're gonna end up, and college admissions might not be going how you want them to. I want you to know that you are not alone in this feeling. Just a little under a year ago, I was in the exact same place. I had those exact same emotions that you are having right now. By the time March 20th came around, most of my friends either A, had already heard back from all their schools, or B, knew where they were going to school. But I had 2 more schools left. 2 more! One of which was my dream school, USC, and the other school was Michigan. I felt like I just kept getting rejected left and right. I wasn't too happy about it. I know that you probably feel this way too if you're watching this video. Then there was my saving grace, Michigan, that I got into, woo! But it also gave me an inch of more hope about USC. I, in my mind, was like, if I can get into Michigan, I can get into USC. And then I cried at Disney. Who cries at Disney? Exactly. But just know that if you've cried somewhere embarrassing, I promise you, I've cried at the happiest place on earth, so I understand. What I wish I could tell myself back then, and what I'm telling you is at the time, I did get into my dream school, and I didn't know it was my dream school yet. Keyword yet. If you don't get into your dream school, there is 100,000% a reason. If you didn't get into your dream school, just know that it was not the dream school for you, which I know everyone around you is gonna say. It wasn't, it's all working out.
It's all working out.
I know it is. It's just like, I don't...
Guidance counselor, teacher, all these older people told me this, and are probably telling you this too, but you just don't believe them because they don't understand. They grew up in a time that is different than now, you know, with social media, seeing people's reaction videos and whatnot. But it is a factual statement that you are going to end up where you're supposed to, which is not what you want to hear. And it's not what I wanted to hear at the time. And that's okay, because what you don't have now that you're going to have in the future is perspective. And so in order to get a little bit of perspective, I'm going to tell you a story for what happened for me. All my life, my family had lived in California, and so I wanted to stay in state. What I didn't know during the college admissions process is that my family was going to be moving to Florida. Even when I decided on a school, I thought I was going to be going across the country. 2 things that I have the perspective on now. If I had gotten into my dream schools, I would have still had to fly across the country. It wouldn't have been any different. Second off, I would be paying out-of-state tuition, which is kind of a big deal. And at the time, I felt like I was wasting all this money going out of state, but I would have been an out-of-state student anyways. Another thing is that I grew up as a Michigan football fan. And last year, as most of you guys probably know, or maybe you don't know, they were terrible. I think they won like 2 games. I just wanted to go to a football school, or a school that had football. Then this year, Michigan has had the best season that they've had in over a decade. They beat their rivals, and I was there to see it all. I went to the Big Ten championship, and now we're in the college playoffs, which is huge. And had I been at any of these other schools, I would have felt a little sad. Sad that I wasn't able to experience that as a Michigan student when I could have, because it's my freshman year. So where exactly am I going with this story, you might ask? The whole reason I'm telling you this story is because I want you to know it's going to be okay. It is okay. Not even just okay, but great, amazing, and everything else in between. I look back at that and I see that being rejected from my dream schools was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. If you had told myself that when I was crying at Disney World, I would have thought that you are insane. But as I said before, you don't have this perspective now that you are going to in the future. There will be days that you go to school and it feels like every single person knows where they're going or they got into their dream school. You do kind of wonder, like, what did they have that I didn't? What makes them a better fit for that school than me? The reason that they got in and you didn't is because you weren't supposed to. You weren't supposed to go there, and everyone else knew that but you. Which, once again, you're probably like, no, you're wrong, and maybe I am wrong. But more than likely that I also could be right. You're probably watching this video and thinking, well, just because it worked out for you doesn't mean it works out for everyone. And that is a true statement too. Because yes, it might not feel like it's working out right now. And it might not be in this moment. But eventually you'll see why you ended up where you're going to be ending up and not at the school that you thought was your dream school. Do you know how many people have texted me, reached out to me saying that they're jealous of the experiences that I'm having? I know people that are going to my dream schools and absolutely hate it. And I'm not trying to bash on USC or UCLA, but just because it looks like it's an amazing school and a lot of people have great experiences there doesn't mean that it's a one-size-fits-all school. You've watched this entire video. You might even be thinking, why the heck have I watched this far? But I hope that there's some of you that have watched this and thought, man, maybe she's right. Maybe someone that has gone through this exact same experience that I have understands how I'm feeling and is giving me the perspective that I'm still gonna have a great college experience. Eventually there will be this moment, this aha moment in the near future, who knows when, that you'll realize, oh, this is why I got rejected from my dream school. The main things that I'm trying to let you know is A, you're not alone. B, experience the feelings that you have. C, it's all working out for your best interests, even if it doesn't feel like it. But there's one more thing I ask of you in this video. I ask that you give the school that you're planning on going to a fair shot to prove itself. Give the same excitement and enthusiasm as you did for your dream school to the school that you do end up deciding to go to. I don't want you to ruin the possibly amazing school for you because it's not what you thought it was going to look like. What ends up happening after getting rejected from your dream school is the dream for you. I know at this point I've talked a lot about going to other schools, but even if that you don't end up going to school, maybe you're taking a gap year, whatever path your rejection leads you on, that is the dream path for you. I know I keep saying this and I know you're in a moment where you just maybe aren't able to see it, but trust that this is gonna be happening the way that it's supposed to for you and allow yourself to enjoy the moment. So thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope that the future is so bright for all of you guys. One key thing that I kept bringing up in this video is to know that you are not alone. And so to feel like you're not alone, I want all of you guys that have stayed this far to comment down below what school you were rejected from. Maybe you'll be able to make friends that were rejected from the same school as you, or see that other people, that was their dream school too, and they're in the same situation as you. And they're gonna get through it, and so are you. With all this being said, I hope you have an amazing day, and I love each and every one of you. Mwah.